Ow. Hey there, this is Dark Mario 2 here once again. I'm coming at you today with another unboxing. And today we have a brand new box. I'm sure you can see by the title already. A brand new box of Dick Clark's American Bandstand trading cards. It's a 36 count box. There are 8 cards per pack. There's a special offer, and we have gold foil autographs. So Dick Clark's American Bandstand, I'm just going to read a little bit what it says on Wikipedia just for simplicity's sake. American Bandstand, abbreviated AB, is an American music performance and dance television program that aired in various versions from 1952 to 1989 and was hosted from 1956 until its final season by Dick Clark, who also served as the program's producer. It featured teenagers dancing to top 40 music and introduced by Clark, at least one popular music act over the decades, running the gamut from Jerry Lee Lewis to Run DMC. Usually appeared in person to lip sync one of their latest singles. Freddie Cannon holds the record for most appearances at 110. The show's popularity helped Dick Clark become an American media mogul and inspired similar long-running music programs such as Soul Train and the British series Top of the Pops. Clark eventually assumed ownership of the program through his Dick Clark Productions Company. So, very important in old Dick Clark's career, and it was a staple of television for, like I said, from 1952, 1989. So it had a long history, and if I understand correctly, I think these cards cover that entire history. So we will see a a spread, and that goes up. And since the show existed only up until 1989, let me grab my garbage here real quick. Since the show lasted through 1989, and these cards are from 1993, it will go up through the end of the show. All right. So now that I got the plastic wrap off of it, it's actually a lot more vibrant than it was with the plastic on. And of course, with a lot of these trading cards and things, a lot of these have been sitting around for a long time. So let's pop her open. Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna pop this in like that. Maybe Dick Clark will let me. There we go. All right. So before we get going, one other thing we need to cover is that the special offer doesn't work anymore. Obviously, doesn't work anymore because if you mail in 36 of these empty wrappers to collect a card, you'll receive a custom designed tin for card storage, along with a spectacular embossed foil stamped hologram card. Which, since that offer is 29 years out of date, I don't think that's going to happen. But there are gold autographs in this box, possibly. Who knows? I found with my last couple unboxings of these trading cards, they haven't really had a lot of like the special chase cards in them. There's not really any sort of guarantee, and I feel like nowadays with newer collectors cards, there is a guarantee. There seems to be a bit more control over what they include per box. So we'll see here. Anyway, randomly inserted gold foil autograph cards of Jerry Lee Lewis, Smokey Robinson, Dick Clark himself. So, without further ado, like we've had in previous unboxings, I'm gonna move my keyboard up out of the way here. So there's 12, 24, 36. And let's see, I'll put the box off to the side here for now. I got my binder all ready to go. I'm going to move this out of the way. There we go. I got my drink handy in case I get parched. 2 drinks handy. So, without further ado, hold on. Let me clear my throat here. You might want to turn your headset off for a second. Woo! Sorry, it is very hot today outside, so my my allergies are kind of significant today. So anyway, 8 premium collector's cards from American Bandstand with a really uh, nice picture of Dick Clark in his prime, featuring Dick Clark. Special offer for that collector's case, gold foil autographs. So without further ado, so this is a 100 card set. Before we get going here, I know it's been about 5 minutes and I haven't even opened a single pack of cards yet, but this is a 100 premium cards in total collection featuring the artists, dances, fashions, and music of the American Bandstand era. Randomly inserted gold foil signature cards of Jerry Lee Lewis, Smokey Robinson, Dick Clark. Collect all 3. A-B trivia question on each card. So this video might be really long. We'll see. All right. So number 1, who do we got here? We got the 4 lads. And see, what are the... Oh, wow, these are actually nice trading cards. They actually have stuff on the back of them. So this is number 50. Oh, and the answers are on different cards. That's kind of interesting. A style of music known as doo-wop was made popular in the 60s, the 70s, or the early 80s. I want to say it was the 60s. We'll have to get to card number 75 to find out. So 9. So I'm going to count these off a little differently this time so I don't run into that numbering problem I ran into last time. 9. Oh, I put these in upside down. This ain't gonna this ain't gonna help. Let's see. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, 4 lads. Here you go, right in the middle. Boop. Okay, who's next here? All right. We have Bobby Rydell. Let's see. One of the best performers to come out of the rock and roll era. He was in the film Bye Bye Birdie with Anne Margaret. Anyway, trivia question. After a performance in American Bandstand in the early days of the show, an artist would often be seen A, at an autograph table, B, in the bleachers, or C, taking phone calls. Answer on card back number 74. Now, I actually don't know this because I can't say I've ever actually seen American Bandstand. I know it existed as a show, but I have never seen a single one because it was a little it was a little old by the time I was born. Hell, I mean, I was only a year old when this card set came out, so we're gonna say they will be in the bleachers. Why not? Okay, Bobby Rydell, take us home. Number 49. Look at that. Next, we have Wayne Newton, Mr. Las Vegas, as they call him. Let's see. Wayne Newton is not only an artist, he's the consummate entertainer, best of the best, bringing energy and enthusiasm that permeates every aspect of his multifaceted career. Well, these are actually nice trading cards so far. In the early days, there was a half-hour show inserted in American Bandstand's time slot called Who Do You Trust? It was hosted by A, Johnny Carson, B, Merv Griffin, or C, Steve Allen. I'm going to say it was hosted by Merv Griffin. Okay, that's number 48 actually. So we are in strange order so far. I wonder if they're all going to be like this, but next we have Debbie Boone. I'm not familiar with her. With the phenomenal success of You Light Up My Life. Yeah. Okay, so that's Debbie Boone. This artist appeared on American Bandstand in March 1984 and sang her hit, I can't speak, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Her name is Whitney Houston, Madonna, or Cyndi Lauper. And of course the answer is Cyndi Lauper. And that's number 47. So maybe these all will be in order. The early days. The photo on the front is a familiar scene from the early days of American Bandstand and WFIL in Philadelphia. The set was much smaller than it appeared on television. Note the banners that were used in those days as decorations on the walls. And how about those bobby socks the girls are wearing? Kids at home often took pictures of their TV screen when their favorite couples were dancing. They'd mail them into the kids on American Bandstand or tape them to the mirror in their rooms. The Motown sound was created in what city? Chicago, New York, or Detroit? I'm wondering. I'm gonna say Detroit, but it might be. I feel like it might be Chicago. Oh, and now the phone's ringing. This is number 40. Oh, number 46. Surprise, surprise. It is a spam number, so I'm going to mute it. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know how loud that was for everyone at home. Hopefully not too bad. So we have Johnny Tillotson. Johnny Tillotson. By the time he was 16, Johnny Tillotson had his own TV show and was recording for Cadence Records. He has 14 top 40 hits to his credit, including such classics as Poetry in Motion, Send Me the Pillow That You Dream On, Without You, Talk Back, Trembling Lips. He recently received the BMI Millionaire Award for over 1 million airplays on radio for It Keeps It Right on a Hurtin', which was recorded by Elvis. Anyway, his first American Bandstand appearance was 1958. His biggest hit was Poetry in Motion. American Bandstand became a once-a-week Saturday show in 72, 77, or 63. I'm going to say 70, just for no reason whatsoever. I'm going to say 72. Okay, so that's number 45. So that should be on this page here. So these, yeah, like I said, these have all been. Oh, Steppenwolf. I know Steppenwolf. Certain artists have a unique ability that separates them from the rest, that gives them the longevity to leave their mark on several generations. Steppenwolf and its lead singer John Kay are such artists, recognized leaders of the music transition that occurred during the 60s. Their gutsy blues-tinged hard rock sound helped them make rock and roll what it is today. After 25 years and over 20 albums, Steppenwolf continues to record and tour, playing over 120 concerts a year throughout the world. And I should probably make sure my microphone's working because I just had that thought. Anyway, a popular dance in the 60s that included holding your nose was the dip, the swim, or the diver. I think it was the swim. That's number 44. Let me just double check really quick here because my paranoia is seeping in, I guess. All right, let's see. Oh, we're good. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's continue. All right, and last but not least, in our first pick, we have Dick Clark, top 10. Always a part of American Bandstand, the top 10 records chart listed the current hits of the day. The photo on the front is from 1970 and lists The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face by Roberta Flack as the number one song, followed by the Jackson 5's ABC, number 2, the Beatles' Hey Jude, number 3, I Wanna Hold Your Hand by the Beatles at number 4, and Chubby Checkers' The Twist, which had already reached number 1 in 1960-62 in the number 5 position. American Bandstand had its finger on the pulse of popular music and played a major role in showcasing new songs and new talent. In the early 80s, a new segment was added to American Bandstand called Video Showcase, Hit Videos, or Bandstand Video. I'm gonna say Bandstand Video for no apparent reason. 43. All right, and we have a special offer. The Great Hunter Card Collection features American favorite country music stars such as Alan Jackson, Clint Black, Doug Stone, Brooks and Dunn. A lot of country music stars. Oh, this might be a factory set, which that's fine by me. I mean, we will get a whole set of cards. I don't know if we'll get any autographs or not. I assume because this is a special offer for a factory set. I doubt they would pack them like this, though. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's see if these next couple cards are also in order. See what happens here. Country Classics again. All right, who do we got here? We got Paul Revere. Very 60s looking gentleman. What does he do? Paul Revere, his real name, founded the... Oh, it's Paul Revere and the Raiders, of course. First appearance, May 1961. Biggest hit, Indian Reservation. The hit song, Celebration, was recorded by this group. The group that would be Kool and the Gang. So that is number 77. So that is 50, 54. Oh, I actually don't have enough pages. 50, 67, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. Let me go grab some more pages really quick here because I have a couple more back here. Yeah, they're a little foldy, but they'll be all right. All right, let's see here. Get Paul Revere out of there for a second. Okay, so where was I? 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 67, 68, 69, 70. Zoop. Okay, that was 70. Let's see, what number is this? 76. Okay, they are slightly out of order. Teddy Pendergrass. He began singing at the age of 2, was an ordained minister at 10, and self-taught drummer at 13. He was the lead singer for Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes on million-selling singles like If You Don't Know Me by Now and The Love I Lost. He embarked on a solo career in 1975, and his first album, Teddy Pendergrass, reached platinum status. He was the first black artist to score 5 successful platinum albums. His single Joy was nominated for a Grammy in 1988. He has a number of gold albums and singles to his credit. The dance known as the stroll consists of 2 lines with dance partners in opposite lines. True or false? We're going to say true. So that's number 76, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. Okay, here we go. What do we got next here? Nicolette Larson. Nicolette Larson was voted Best New Female Artist in '79 by Rolling Stone magazine and Performance magazine. In addition, she captured the Best New Female Artist award in 1980 in the DJ Music Award into the DJ Music Awards. Her favorite song, Lotta Love, captured national attention, helped continue the world's West Coast sound populated by groups like the Doobie Brothers and the Eagles. In addition, her songs Rumba Girl, Back in My Arms Again, or Let Me Go Love, and I Only Want to Be With You remain popular in classic radio. A popular fashion for girls in the disco area was the twirl skirt, the hoop skirt, or the poodle skirt. I want to say, let's say it was the twirl skirt. All right, so that was number 76, or that's 75, so that goes up here. So they are still kind of in order so far. This will probably be also in the 70s. Johnny Maestro. Johnny Maestro began his career singing with a group called the Crests. They had national success with such hits as 16 Candles, Trouble in Paradise, Step by Step, and 6 Nights a Week. This group disbanded in 1962, and by the 70s, Johnny Maestro had formed a new group, the Brooklyn Bridge. They released hits such as The Worst That Could Happen, Welcome Me Love, Blessed Is the Raw, Your Husband, My Wife, and You'll Never Walk Alone. The group currently records and tours worldwide, numerous concerts and TV appearances. First appearance, 1961. Dick Clark's trademark sign-off gesture at the end of his show was a big wave, a little salute, blowing a kiss. Oh, the answer to they were at an autograph table, so I got that one wrong. I am gonna say he seems like a salute kind of guy, and I'm sure this is entertaining for anybody, any American Bandstand nuts out there. So we have B.J. Thomas. The name sounds very familiar. I should know who he is. Billy Joe Thomas became a member of the Triumphs and recorded I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry, which became a million seller. To date, has released over 40 albums and sold more than 20 million records with hits like Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, which won him an Oscar, Hey Won't You Play Another Somebody Done Somebody Wrong song, Hooked on a Feeling, I Just Can't Help Believin', No Love at All, New Looks from an Old Lover, and Whatever Happened to Old Fashioned Love. American Bandstand began in this city as a local TV show in 1952. The city was, I will say, Philadelphia. And that was Johnny Carson, the answer to that previous question. So number 73. Yep. Okay, I guess they are going to be in order here. That's fine. At least we'll get a full set out of it, and I won't be scouring eBay for trading cards that don't exist. Marie Osmond of the Osmonds, sister of Donnie. Oh, excuse me. American Bandstand moved from Philadelphia to Los Angeles in, I'll say, 1964. Why not? 72. Imagine there's a Donny Osmond in here somewhere. The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band has matured with a flair of adventure few can match. Biggest hit, Mr. Bojangles. Hot pants with matching boots are a popular fashion in the 60s, the 70s, or the early 60s. I'm going to say the 70s. Let us say the 70s. You'd think you'd think Marie would be next to Donnie, but I guess it's Nitty Gritty Dirt Band and then Marie. Otis Redding. I should probably move these down here a little bit so you can see them a little bit better, huh? So I'm not holding them up here. Otis Redding. Otis Redding's career began in 1964 in Memphis, Tennessee. While at Stax Records, he wrote such hits such as Respect, I've Been Loving You Too Long to Stop Now, and Hard to Handle. He died in a tragic plane crash. Oh. And he was 26 when he died. American Bandstand's first network show on ABC TV took place on August 5th, 58. Excuse me. Yeah, that's number 70. Which one's... Oh, I can't count. That one, or Otis Redding is number 70. Old Paul Revere here is number 77. Okay, there we go. And that's number 2. So, third pack. Oh, we're getting into some more contemporary looks here. We got Devo. Good old Devo. Good old Devo. Devo's history is well known to fans of popular music. They received 4 gold albums and 1 platinum record during their 7-year stint with Warner Brothers Records. Their hits include Jocko Homo, Be Stiff, Mongoloid, Freedom of Choice, Girl You Want, and their monster hit Whip It Good. I want to say Mark and Bob Mothersbaugh of Devo. They wrote they wrote the soundtrack for the Rugrats, if I remember correctly. Among other things. I remember seeing their names in like the credits back in the day. That's about all I know about Devo other than Whip It. In 1977, disco was the dance craze. A famous movie makes its premiere. The movie was The Rebel, E.T., or Star Wars. Of course, at this channel, I'm a Star Wars nut. So the answer is, of course, Star Wars. So that's number 98, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. I'm actually still not going to have enough pages here. Bobby Vinton, the all-time most successful love singer of the rock era, including hits such as Roses Are Red, Mr. Lonely, Blue on Blue, There I've Said It Again, Please Love Me Forever, Sealed with a Kiss, I Love How You Love Me, Blue Velvet, Tell Me Why. Girls were not allowed to wear slacks in American Bandstand were allowed to wear slacks for the first time on American Bandstand. I'm going to say it in the early 60s. Now, let's say the early 70s. That sounds like it would be about right. Unfortunately. Okay, the Association. The Association opened for the first international pop festival in America, the Monterey Pop Festival. They were the first electric group to break through the anti-rock biases in many major venues across the country. The group disbanded in 1972 to pursue individual careers. In 1979, the Association, led by original member Russ Giger, Larry Ramos, and new member Donnie Gugan, Bruce Pictor, Paul Holland, and Del Ramos got it together again and now perform 110 to 120 concerts a year. The Association's number 1 hits include Windy, Never My Love, and Cherish. Biggest hit, Never My Love, September 27, 1969. The Pony was a popular dance in American Bandstand in the 70s, the 50s, 60s, or the 80s. The Pony. We'll say the 50s and 60s. Let's see. 96. The 70s, just a whole card about the 70s. By the 70s, American Bandstand was reflecting the changes in attitudes in American regarding fashion and music. Gone were the show's dress codes of earlier years. The photo on the front is from a show in the mid 70s and illustrates that American Bandstand was still at the forefront of the ever changing styles in music, dancing, and fashion, just as it had been in the 50s and the 60s. The show was the first to host an American Bandstand show. It was May 1978, and the artist was Paul Anka, Dion, or Donna Summer. Let's see. 1978. I'm going to guess Donna Summer. That's number 95. The Ocasians. Formerly known as the K's from 61 to 67, this group from North Carolina changed its name to avoid conflict with Murray the K, a popular New York disc jockey, and the Musicians Union. Their biggest hit recording, Girl Watcher, included the talent of previous members not shown here, Steve Watson, Gerald Toller, and Eddie Dement. It was recorded in 1968 and reached number 5 in the top 100 and number 1 in the R&B charts. The Ocasians continued to perform under the director of Wayne Pittman. One of the famous couples among the regular kids in American Bandstand in the early days was Bob and Justine, Jack and Sue, or Ralph and Linda. I'm going to say Ralph and Linda. So that's number 94. Right there. I think that's making sure I'm doing it right. Oh, we're getting there. KC and the Sunshine Band. Song performed Get Down Tonight on 1975. This year, 1993, marks Casey and the Sunshine Band's 20th anniversary in the music business, with 5 number 1 singles, 9 Grammy nominations, 3 Grammy Awards, an AMA, and over 75 million records sold. Casey and the Sunshine Band will go down in history as contemporary music's ultimate party band. Pop Singers was a meeting place for kids in the American Bandstand show in the early days. It was a restaurant, drugstore, or nightclub. I'm going to say it was a restaurant. Let's say it was a restaurant. Dick Clark and Bobby Rydell. It was a very young Dick Clark. With the success of American Bandstand well established on national TV, a trend began in 1958 known as the Philadelphia phenomenon. Several kids became teen idols due to some degree of frequent appearances on the show. They included Frankie Avalon, Fabian, Paul Anka, Bobby Darin, Connie Francis, Annette Funicello, Freddie Cannon, and Bobby Rydell, who was shown here on this card with Dick Clark and the kids during an interview. The twist became the dance craze in the summer of 70, 63, or 60. Let's say 1963. A lot of these are guesses. Also, I am 1 page short. This is 100 cards. 100 card set. There we go. So we have 2 checklist cards. This is also card number 91. It also has a trivia question on the back. The song was the number 1 hit for Peaches and Herb in 1979. The song was Last Dance, Stay the Night, or Reunited. Let's say Reunited. That's what I'm going to guess at least. 91. We're going to end up with a stack of these, aren't we? Okay. Bobby Lewis. Bobby Lewis recording of Tossin' and Turnin' was the biggest song for the year in 1961 and stayed in the number 1 position for 7 weeks. The segment of the show that the kids evaluated new records on American Bandstand was called It's a Hit, Rate a Record, or New Wax. I actually don't know. We'll say New Wax. That sounds like a hip, trendy thing that they would call it. 42, Bobby Lewis. Next we have The Captain and Tennille. One of the most successful duos in pop history, The Captain and Tennille, Daryl Dragon, and Tony Tennille have earned an impressive 5 gold albums, 6 gold singles, 2 platinum albums, 1 platinum single. Number 1 hit, of course, being Love will keep us together. In 1983, this artist had a giant hit called All Night Long. This artist is, of course, Lionel Richie. So I know some of this. 41. Let's see. 41, yeah. Okay. Next we have the Pointer Sisters. Be 40, yep. The Pointer Sisters, Anita, June, and Ruth, have taken a wide variety of paths in their careers. They began by singing in the church for their minister parents. Today they jazz, they pop, they scat, they country, they R&B, they rock, and they fly. Just when you think you know their style, they change it on you. Their nearly 2 decades of performing have generated multiple gold and platinum awards, as well as several Grammys and American Music Awards. First AB appearance, 1978, December 16th. Song performed, Fire. Disco became popular in the 60s, the 70s, and the mid-80s, so be the 70s. There's the Pointer Sisters. Bobby Boris Pickett. Bobby song Monster Mash. So that's the Monster Mash guy. Which he co-wrote with his friend Lenny Capizzi, reached number 1 in October 20, 1962. 8 years later, it re-entered the top 100, reached 91 in August 29th, 1970. Almost 3 years later, May 5th, 1972, the song made its third entry into the top 100, and this time it went all the way to number 10. Only 3 songs ever made it to the top 100 3 times in music history. Monster Mash is now known as the national anthem of Halloween. Bobby continues to entertain and delight audiences the world over in a monstrous way. First AB appearance, I can't read. September 24th, 1962, biggest hit, Monster Mash. The first decade that American Bandstand did not have a dress code was the 1970s, because we just learned that. So that is number 39. Yeah, I do have to check the numbering every time, because I don't want to end up with another Judge Dredd fiasco like I did last time. Connie Francis. Connie Francis released Who's Sorry Now in 1958 and catapulted her into international fame. Known as the First Lady of Records, her record sales over 90 million have surpassed that of all female predecessors and contemporaries. She performed Who's Sorry Now on January 23rd, 1958. The call letters for the local station American Bandstand originally broadcast from was WABC, KVIL, or WFIL. It is WFIL, because we've learned that. I might know some about American Bandstand by the time I finish this card set. Clarence Frogman Henry. He learned to play the piano and trombone as a child growing up in Louisiana. He achieved national fame in 1961 with the hit recordings of I Don't Know Why and You Always Hurt the One You Love. I Can Sing Like a Man, I Can Sing Like a Girl, I Can Sing Like a Frog. He claimed in his rollicking hit of 1956, Ain't Got No Home. This is where the nickname Frogman came from. Other chart-making songs include Lonely Street, A Little Too Much, and On Bended Knee. He first appeared on March 31st, 1961, and he performed I Don't Know Why and Ain't Got No Home. A dance called the Bunny Hop was made popular on American Bandstand in the 50s, 70s, or the 80s. I'm going to say the 50s. So 37. Trini Lopez. His first big hit, If I Had a Hammer, in the early 60s, and followed with such hits as I'm Coming Home, Cindy, Michael, Lemon Tree, Kansas City, America, and La Bamba. He was discovered at PJ's, which is a famous night spot in the early 60s in the LA area, by Don Costa, who signed him to a recording contract with Frank Sinatra's Reprise record label. He has appeared in a number of movies and television shows such as The Dirty Dozen, A Poppy is Also a Flower, and Marriage on the Rocks. He continues to record and tour on worldwide giving concerts. He first appeared November 23rd, 1963. Biggest hit, If I Had a Hammer. Paul Anka appeared at American Bandstand and sang Diana. How old was he? 1957. I'm going to say he was 17. The choices are 17, 19, or 15. I'm going to say 17. That seems like the kind of thing that they would have really gone for to attract the kids. Dick Clark with the kids. Speaking of the kids. All right, hello, hello, hello. I got to make sure this still works now here. Hold on. We lost battery in the old headset for a couple seconds there. Let's see. Okay, we're good. All right, number 35, Dick Clark with the kids. Oh, excuse me. There was always something interesting happening on American Bandstand. Dick Clark knew that this show was for and about kids and spent a great deal of time talking with them, getting their views, and seeing it to that both kids on the show, as well as the kids watching at home, enjoyed themselves. Did American Bandstand have a secret formula for success? It sure did, and Dick Clark knew it well. That formula was good entertainment for and about American teens. American Bandstand's 40th anniversary show was televised in 1992, 1988, or 1990. That'd be 1992. So the year before this card set came out, because they started in 1952. Yeah, so that'd be 1992. So 35. So we are on card number, or set number 3 now. So this video might be kind of long. Considering I think all these cards are going to be. Oh, Ray Stevens. Oh, I like Ray Stevens. He's kind of become he's kind of become like a sort of like real political old man in his later years, but as of now, he's a really prolific sort of comedy singer. Well, not always comedy, but he had a lot of comedic hits like The Streak, Freddie Feel Good and his funky little 5-piece band, Guitar Zan, Shriners Convention, all those classics. His 1992 comedy video classics has become the largest selling music video of all time. And when they say music video, they literally mean it's a VHS tape that has all of his or had all of his music videos on it from the time on it, and I had it. And from what the YouTube comments of people have uploaded that VHS have said that apparently everyone's grandparents owned it, with from a certain time at least. And I thought that was pretty funny. A dance known as the Smurf was made popular in the 60s, the 70s, or the 80s, and the answer to number 44 was the swim. The Smurf. I'm gonna say I actually don't know. I'm gonna say the 80s. They didn't exist in the 70s. We'll say the 80s. Number 69. Nice. Okay, so that goes. Let's see. 70, 69, dude. Okay, Ray Stevens. Who we got next here? Oh, Lou Rawls. Man with the awesome voice. Whether singing pop, soul, jazz, blues, or gospel, the rich baritone voice of Lou Rawls, which one critic called sweet as sugar, soft as velvet, strong as steel, and smooth as butter, is as distinctive and instantly recognizable as any in music. Since his first solo album in 1962, Rawls has won 3 Grammys, has been nominated for 12. Chicago and Rawls has a distinction for having 5 albums on the charts simultaneously. He's the host of the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars telethon, raising over $100 million for the United Negro College Fund. He currently performs over 200 concerts per year and is the singing voice of the animated fickled feline Garfield. Oh, he's the. Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. He first appeared in January 26, 1962, and his biggest hit was "You'll Never Find Another Love Like Mine." And because there was so much text for good old Lou Rawls here, the trivia question's really small at the bottom. Clam diggers from the 1960s referred to a new type of dance, fashion, or beach music groups. From the 60s. I'm gonna say fashion. I don't know for sure. Oh, 10th anniversary. Come on, Lou Rawls. There you go. Okay. 10th anniversary of American Bandstand. Okay, I'm gonna have to speed this up a little bit because this will take literally all afternoon and evening if I'm going at the pace I'm going now. Um, but there's just so much information on the back of these cards. It's actually kind of ridiculous. So this would have been the 10th anniversary. So it would have been 1962. Oh, I was wrong earlier. So there it was. This is a 1967 anniversary of the American Bandstand. "Be My Baby" was a hit song for this group in 1963. The group was the Chiffons, the Dovels, the Ronettes. We're gonna say the Chiffons. I don't actually know. Melissa Manchester. Let's see. She first appeared in 1975, and her biggest hit, "You Should Hear How She Talks About You." Trivia question: folk music became a very popular style of music during the 60s, the 70s, or the 50s? Folk music. I'm gonna say the 60s. So that's number 66. 66. Boom. Okay, Gloria Gaynor. What did Gloria Gaynor do? Gloria Gaynor has been dubbed the Queen of Soul and Dance for international hits such as "Never Can Say Goodbye," "Reach Out, I'll Be There," "I Am What I Am," and "I Will Survive," which has become somewhat of a hymn for her many fans. She first appeared December 28th, 1974. Her song performed was "Never Can Say Goodbye." The British invasion of pop music began with the Beatles. This occurred in 68, 64, 62. I'm going to say 62. Okay. Frankie Valli. Frankie Valli was born in Newark, New Jersey. His solo hits to date include "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You," "My Eyes Adored You," "Grease," and "Swear into God." As the lead singer of the group The Four Seasons, his hits include "Sherry," "Big Girls Don't Cry," "Yay," "Walk Like a Man," "Let's Hang On," "Working My Way Back to You," "Bye Bye Baby," "Dawn Go Away," December 63, "Oh What a Night," "Who Loves You?" Frankie Valli continues to perform in concerts and tours. He is a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He first appeared on September 9th, 1978, and he performed "Grease." American Bandstand began broadcasting in color the same year the Doors had a hit called "Light My Fire." The year was I'd say 1965. We're gonna say 1965. That one sounds good. Okay. Oh, there's a nice picture of Dick Clark. The dance was a combination of two popular dances in 1958. It was called the alligator, the stroll, or the calypso. Um, hmm. We'll say the calypso. It sounds like they hyphenated it. So 63. Well, they did hyphenate it on the card. Let's see, 63. Dick Clark. The Coasters. Show business has never seen a group quite like the Coasters. They are the most programmed vocal group ever, with an appeal based on humor. The Coasters continue to hold audiences spellbound for concerts around the world. They were the first group to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Oh. Carl Gardner, the group's original lead singer, and the Coasters are still doing international tours and perform at approximately 120 shows annually. The photo on the front is of the original group. Oh, they're the people that sang Yakety Yak. Their first appearance was August 5th, 1958. Biggest hit, Yakety Yak. Trivia question: the Motown sound first became popular on a national basis in the 70s, the 60s, or the 50s? We'll say the 50s. 62. So that's right here. Okay. Maybe I just got lucky and all these were in order. I don't know. There's the 80s. An American Bandstand rolled on to the 80s. The dance contest remained one of the show's favorite segments. By now, you have seen a number of dance styles from the jitterbug to disco and everything in between. Nude dances in the 80s included Smurf and the Bird, as well with dancing. The fashion styles ran the gamut as individuality was order of the day. Bell-bottom trousers were popular fashion during the 70s, 80s, or the 60s. I'm going to say the 70s. So that's number 90. Number 90. Whoop. There we go. Gary U.S. Bonds. What did he do? Gary U.S. Bond's first hit, New Orleans, was followed by such favorites such as Quarter to Three, School's Out, School's In, Dear Lady Twist, Twist Twist Senora, Not Me, This Little Girl of Mine, Out of Work, Joe Blon, and Daddy's Come Home. He was also a very talented songwriter and has penned hits for other artists such as Friend, Don't Take Her, She's All I've Got, for Johnny Paycheck, which earned Gary a nomination for Songwriter of the Year. He performed Quarter to Three on June 16th, 1961. Shop Around in 1960 was the second hit for the group. For this group, the group's name was the Shirelles, the Drifters, the Smokey Robinson, and the Miracles. Shop Around. We're gonna say the Drifters for no particular reason. The 30th anniversary. In the early 60s, long hair was a term used to describe hippies, classical music, or a fashionable coat. Long hair. We're gonna say hippies. Why not? Number 88. Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. There is always and will only be one Shaka Khan. Her first appearance is July 20th, 1974. She performed Tell Me Something Good. This dance was popular in the late 50s. It was a line dance called the Stroll, the Pony, or the Hitchhiker. We're going to say the Stroll. Just because it was mentioned. Mentioned earlier. Jose Feliciano. Jose Feliciano recorded over 40 gold and platinum records. His biggest hits were Light My Fire and Feliz Navidad. Talking in Your Sleep was a hit for this group in 1983. It was the Romantics, Bananarama, or the Stray Cats. Oh man, I feel like I had, because I just heard the song recently on the radio. I want to say it was the Stray. No. I want to say it was the Stray Cats. We'll say it was the Stray Cats, but I'm not sure actually. 86. Dick Clark, Emmy Award. The dance from the 60s involved the use of a stick or pole. It was called pogo, alligator, or limbo. I would say limbo. I am yawning today. It is true. Okay. Do like that. Next we have Helen Reddy. I Don't Know How to Love Him. Biggest hit, I Am Woman. First AB appearance, May 1st, 1971. A dance called the Bump became popular in the 50s, the 70s, or the mid-60s. I'm going to say the 70s, yeah. I'll say the 70s. So that's 84. Bobby Goldsboro. Yeah. In 1975, this group had a #1 hit called Get Down Tonight. This group's name was ABBA, Casey and the Sunshine Band, and the Dells. It's, of course, Casey and the Sunshine Band. 83. Oh, and Bobby Goldsboro was, his biggest hit was Honey. He first appeared in August 1965 on American Bandstand. Tommy Sands. Oh, I got a fly in the room now. When Elvis Presley couldn't fulfill an obligation to star in a craft theater special on NBC, Colonel Tom Parker recommended Tommy Sayers. The rest is history. Tommy Sayers became an overnight sensation. His recording of Teenage Crush became the #1 record in the country. Currently, Tommy appears in approximately 150 concerts per year. His plans for the future include more acting and perhaps a new album. In 1992, he completed 2 tours of Germany and England. First appearance, February 20th, 1958. Biggest hit, Teenage Crush. The Funky Chicken was a popular dance in the late 50s. True or false? False. I'm gonna say false. He kind of looks like he kind of looks like he'd be like an Elvis replacement. Let's see. So it's number 34. We have Jan and Dean. Jan and Dean had their first hit record while still in high school in 1959. Over the next 7 years, they charted 31 more songs, in which sorry, 7 were in the top 10, 9 were in the top 20. They are among the very few artists who wrote most of their own songs, as well as produced and arranged them. They were first to create a video, Surf City, for their hit of the same title. In 1963, long before music videos became popular. While the kids danced to the records, Dick Clark was often seen on the phone, looking at the next record or filing records. We're going to say looking at the next record. They appeared on August 3rd, 1960, and their biggest hit was Surf City. So that's number 33. No autograph cards yet. I'll probably have to get to the end here first. Oh, Peter Frampton. Do you feel like I do? This #1 hit originally received this #1 hit originally received the lowest rating possible, a 35 on Radar Record. It was Ahab the Arab, the Chipmunk Song, or Monster Mash. Oh, that's a tough one. #1 hit. We're gonna say Monster Mash. 32. All right, let's see. I don't know why I'm thinking it's Monster Mash, but Bill Haley and his comments. Let's see. Rock Around the Clock is his #1 hit. Okay. I imagine the theme song for the hit show Happy Days, among other things. Let's see. The song Memphis was a big hit for this performer. His name was Trini Lopez, Johnny Rivers, or Chuck Berry. We'll say Johnny Rivers for no particular reason. Bob and Justine. It's is that that couple? Of all the kids who appear at American Bandstand over its long history, perhaps Bob Clayton and Justine Corelli are among the most popular and remembered. Yep. This type of music and dance style became popular in the mid-70s, known as disco, limbo, or the twist. We're going to say disco. Number 30. Yep. Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson was the first artist in musical history to simultaneously be elected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and the Grammy Living Legends. His biggest hits are Just a Seer and Tears of a Clown. He first appeared on December 27th, 1960. Turn Me Loose is a big hit for this artist. His name is Bobby Rydell, Chuck Berry, or Fabian. We're gonna say Chuck Berry. Once again, for no particular reason, because I don't know. All right, let's see. So the Big Bopper with his scary eyes. Giles Perry Richardson Jr. was born October 24th, 1930 in Sabine Pass, Texas during the Depression. He became a disc jockey for WTRM in Beaumont, Texas in the late 40s. In the spring of 53, he introduced the Big Bopper to the radio audience, which became an overnight hit. His best-known song, Chantilly Lace, was originally intended as the flip side of the record. The Big Bopper died in a plane crash with Buddy Holly and Richie Valens. Oh. So he was part of the subject of the day the music died. The Big Bopper, Buddy Holly and Richie Valens on 2/3/59. He performed Chantilly Lace on September 20th, 1958. In the early days, the show came on immediately following American Bandstand. It was the Three Stooges, the Hardy Boys, and the Mickey Mouse Club. Well, let's say it was the Mickey Mouse Club, because it would be another show for kids. Simply Red. If you don't know me by now, and holding back the years, white buckskin shoes became very fashionable in the early 60s, the early 70s, or the late 60s. I'm going to say the early 60s. That sounds good. 27. All right. We haven't gotten to the first half of the album yet, which if there's this many more packs, there's that, and there's this. Like, there's way more than 100 cards here, so I don't really understand what's going to happen yet. But we are going to get there. Maureen McGovern. Biggest hit the morning after, appeared 1974. If I Had a Hammer was a big hit for this artist. It was, of course, Trini Lopez, because we just saw that. 1961, number 61 even. Okay. Oh, okay. This is wrong. Hold on a second, Mick Fleetwood. Hong Kong show. The photo on the front is from the famous Hong Kong show. American Bandstand featured several special themes shows like this over the years. The set was decorated in keeping the show's theme, and the kids would all dress up in appropriate attire. It was always a lot of fun, which is exactly what American Bandstand is all about. On this particular show, Dick Clark interviewed Dong Kingman, who was a famous Chinese artist. A popular fashion for guys in American Bandstand in the early 70s was jeans and sweater, leisure suits, or turtlenecks. The phone's ringing again. Not available. Mute. We're gonna say during the 70s, it was probably leisure suits. It would kind of fit with the sort of like disco. Yeah, this. I do not feel good about that card. Anyway, Mick Fleetwood. He was a key member of Fleetwood Mac. And he was also on an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. At least one. He might have been on a couple. He played an alien with a full bodysuit on, so you couldn't tell who it was, but it's credited to Mick Fleetwood. A fashion for girls known as the granny look became popular in the 80s, the 70s, or the 60s. We'll say the 70s. I don't know. 59. Mick Fleetwood, front and center. The Turtles. Happy Together was their biggest hit. Punk and New Wave became popular in the 60s, 70s, or 1963. We'll say the late 70s. 58. 58. Yep. Brian Hyland. Okay, he's the guy that sang Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini, which was also his biggest hit. Never Can Say Goodbye was a big hit for this artist. Was it Gloria Gaynor, Donna Summer, or Vicki Lawrence? I think it was Gloria Gaynor. I don't remember. I keep moving the cards up here for some reason. I gotta move them back. I want to say it was Gloria Gaynor, number 57. Mary Wells is the first artist signed by Motown Records. She was voted top female artist pop R&B by Billboard, Cashbox, and Record World. Her recording of My Guy took the number one chart position from the Beatles. Other hits included Bye Bye Baby, You Beat Me to the Punch, Two Lovers, The One Who Really Loves You, You Lost the Sweetest Boy, What Love Has Joined Together, What's Easy for Two, Operator, and I Don't Want to Take a Chance. She died in 1992. Her music and unique style continues to be enjoyed by millions of fans. Of the May Dance Craze records, the biggest hit to date is The stroll, the Hully Gully, or the twist? I'm gonna say the twist. That's pretty. It's a pretty ubiquitous sort of song. Mary Wells. Johnny Rivers. Oh, sign off salute. I got that one right. Johnny Rivers. Johnny Rivers has been a major influence in rock music since the 60s. His biggest hit was Poor Side of Town. The age restriction for kids on American Bandstand in the early years was 14 to 18, 16 to 21, or 15 to 19. We will say 14 to 18. That sounds like it'd be about hitting the right demographic. Okay. Oh, I almost put him in upside down. The universal sign of distress in the card collecting world. Sign off salute. I guess sort of like I do at the end of my videos. Huh? Demita Joe Freeman originally did this dance step on American Bandstand. It was made popular by a famous artist. It was moonwalking, twisting, or the bump. Let's say moonwalking. I'm gonna go out on a limb. 54. So that was 55. Yes, 54. So at least it makes ordering the cards easy because they're all going to be within like 2 pages of each other. We almost have a full set here already. Okay. Jay Black. Biggest hit, Come a Little Closer. Jay Black of Jay and the Americans. In the early years, these two products were the main sponsors of American Bandstand. They were Dentine and Clearasil, Brill Cream and White Rain, or Wild Root and Vitalis. We are gonna say Brill Cream and White Rain. 82. Show scene. It's from the 50s of the kids doing the bop. Light My Fire Light My Fire was a #1 hit for this group in 1967. They were, of course, the Rolling Stones. Or no. 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 Not the Rolling Stones. It was the Doors. Whew. Should have known that. The Lovin' Spoonful. Summer in the City. One of the first movies Dick Clark appeared in was The Young Doctors, Boys Night Out, or The Rebel. Let's say The Rebel, just because it was. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry about that. That's one of the downfalls of using my phone as a webcam. Is that okay? I can't mute it or anything. Is that I'll randomly get calls on my camera. So we'll figure out who that is later. So that's number 80. Dick Clark of the 70s. Legend has it that this teen idol was discovered by an agent while sitting on the front steps of his home in Philadelphia. One of his hits was Turn Me Loose. His name was Bobby Rydell. Let's say. Oh, good old James Brown. Oh, now we're starting to get copies. Okay. So those are copies. James Brown. Hot Tub. Song performed I Don't Mind and Baby You're Right. Which of the following dances was banned from American Bandstand? The funky chicken, the dog, or the monkey? I actually don't know. They're all kind of extreme. We're gonna say the funky chicken. I don't know why we're gonna say the funky chicken, but we're gonna say the funky chicken. Let's see. Oh, Donna Summer. Biggest hit, She Works Hard for the Money, of course. The song Rebel Rouser was a big hit for this artist. It was Chet Atkins, Dwayne Eddy, or Chuck Berry. Rebel Rouser. We'll say Chuck Berry. No, Rebel Rouser. We'll say Chet Atkins for no reason whatsoever. Number 26. Andy Gibb. And it's just like a pencil drawing of Andy Gibb. Biggest hit, Shadow Dancing. The lyrics to the current AB theme were written by Neil Sedaka, Dick Clark, and Barry Manilow. The current American Bandstand theme. We are gonna say Neil Sedaka. Sedaka. D.D. Sharp. Biggest hit, Mashed Potato Time. Appeared in 1962. Initially, American Bandstand was on TV for how long each weekday? 30 minutes, 90, or 45 minutes? We'll say 45 minutes. 24. Bobby V. Take Good Care of My Baby. In the early days of American Bandstand, the dress code for boys was casual, coat and tie, shirt and slacks. In the early days, we'll say coat and tie. They were probably, back in the day, probably very formal. Tribute to the Beatles. Ringo for president. Let's see. 1965. And they called into the show in 1964 for a video interview. This is perhaps the only genuine line dance to make it in the 1960s. It was the frug, the Hully Gully, or the slide. Let's say the slide, because they had something called the electric slide later. I'm wondering if that was related to that. A familiar scene. Let's see. In 1957, Danny and the Juniors had a big hit about dancing. It was the Peppermint Twist, At the Hop, or the Hully Gully. 1957. Let's say the Hully Gully. I'm not even checking the answers anymore. We're just gonna go by whatever we think it is, I guess. Del Shannon. Oh, there's Radar Record. Del Shannon. Biggest hit, Runaway. Hats Off to Larry, Hey Little Girl. Sea of Love, So Long Baby, Keep Searching, Will Follow the Sun. He died in 1990. One of the most popular line dances from the late 50s was the stroll, the mashed potato, or the twist. Say the stroll. Haven't found any autograph cards yet. I bet we're getting there. Radar Record. Oh, and there's Neil Sedaka. Sedaka. Radar Record. One of the very first new dances to be popularized in American Bandstand was the frug, the Hully Gully, or the bop. We're gonna go with the Hully Gully since it's been mentioned on a lot of the early cards. Neil Sedaka. Biggest hit, Bad Blood. Also famous for Laughter in the Rain. Love Will Keep Us. Oh, he wrote Love Will Keep Us Together. And he's still alive to this day. And he's also kind of famous for providing the melody for the two openings and the closing for Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, of all things. I don't remember what the whole story of that was, but they very clearly featured his music, and it wasn't like a plagiarism thing. I don't think, if I remember correctly, it wasn't like a plagiarism thing. It was all on the level, just an interesting choice. Okay. We finally finished our first stack. We actually almost have a whole. We're missing some, but we almost have a whole set already. So these are all going to be copies, then, ain't they? Bill Doggett. Bill Honky Tonk Doggett. Biggest hit Honky Tonk Part 1 and 2. The most popular fast dance in 1957 was the twist, the jitterbug, or the shuffle. We'll say the jitterbug for no particular reason. Number 53. Juice Newton. Oh, she sang Angel in the Morning. Okay. A part of American Bandstand that provided prizes was lip sync dance contest or bandstand trivia. Say bandstand trivia for no reason. The Crystals. The Crystals hit the charts in 1961 with their first single, There's No Other Like My Baby. Then came such all-time favorites as He's a Rebel, Da Do Ron Ron, and Then He Kissed Me. Let's see. Laughter in the Rain was a #1 hit for this artist in 1975. His name was, of course, Neil Sedaka. Okay, so that's 51. Oops, put them in that way. The Four Lads. Here they are pictured. Wow, there's a really nice picture of Bobby Rydell, which you already have. Wayne Newton, who we already have. Debbie Boone, which we already have. And the early days, which we already have. All right. Now we're going to start speeding on along here. A style of music known as doo-wop was made popular in the 60s, 70s, or the 80s. We're going to say the 60s. Wait, do we have the four lads already? I don't think we do. Oh, they're right in the middle. Okay, that pack was almost completely old. All right. Still waiting for those that gold-plated autograph card to spring out at me. It hasn't happened yet. Andy Williams. I had a cassette of Andy Williams' Christmas music. Song performed Lips of Wine, 1957. The Smurf and the Bird are popular in the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. We'll say the 80s once again. 17. The Dovels, or the Dovels. Biggest hint, the Bristol Stomp, and You Can't Sit Down. American Bandstand began on a local show called Bandstand on Channel 6, WFIL in Philadelphia, in 52, 55, or 56. 1956. Bo Diddley. Biggest hit, Hey Bo Diddley and I'm a Man. One of the pioneers of rock and roll. The first record played on American Bandstand's network debut in 1957 was Whole Lot of Shaking Going On, At the Hop, or Yakety Yak. Let's say Whole Lot of Shaking. I don't know. That one is pretty wild. We'll say At the Hop. Dion. Oh, a Dion of Runaround Sue fame, and he also had some songs in Fallout 4. Dee Dee Sharp recorded this song that was also the name of a very popular dance in 1962. It was Watusi, Hitchhike, or Mashed Potato Time. It was Mashed Potato Time, because I remember. So I'm actually learning a lot about things I didn't know. Like Little Anthony. Little Anthony and the Imperials. They performed Tears on My Pillow, September 10th, 1958. The Calypso was a dance that was made popular on American Bandstand. It was popular during the 50s, 60s, or 70s. I want to say it was the 50s, from what that previous card that mentioned the Calypso said. Frankie Cannon on a bright red background. Very red background. His biggest hits were Palisades Park and Tallahassee Lassie. Dion made his first appearance on American Bandstand in April of 1958 with his group. They were called the Avengers, Deltones, and the Belmonts. Dion and the... I think it was Dion and the Belmonts? I think it was Dion and the Belmonts. Is either that or Dion and the Avengers. I'll say Dion and the Avengers. That one sounds better. Jim Croce. Mr. Jim Croce. Number 11. His biggest hits being Time. If I Had Time in a Bottle and Bad, Bad Leroy Brown. Number 11. Checklist number 1. And it's card number 10. I've never seen a card collection with 2 checklists. American Bandstand celebrates its 25th anniversary in what year? That would be 1984. Chubby Checker, biggest hit, The Twist. The popular slow dance in 1957, when the show first aired, was the Foxtrot, the Stroll, or the Calypso. We'll say the Foxtrot. I wonder who card number 1's going to be. Johnny Tillotson, which I think we have had already. Yeah, because we've had Steppenwolf. Yep. Okay, Johnny Tillotson. Steppenwolf, Dick Clark top 10. Bobby Lewis, Captain Tennille, Pointer Sisters. Yep. All right, here we go. Now we're entering into doubles territory now. Yep. Okay, there's that. Gloria Gaynor, Frankie Valli, Dick Clark, The Coasters, Maureen McGovern, The Hong Kong Show, Mick Fleetwood, Offer. Man, I don't think we even got through half of the cards and we got almost a whole set. That's pretty crazy. I've never had it. Oh, dance contest prize. Dance contests were a favorite part of American Bandstand. Prior to its becoming a national TV show in '57, American Bandstand was seen on local TV in which city? Philadelphia. Jerry Lee Lewis, crazy man. Biggest hit, Great Balls of Fire. He also had a bunch of other hits. Jerry Lee Lewis's hit song "Whole Lot of Shakin' Going On" was the first record played on AB's network debut in 1957. We'll say, and that was Dentine and Clearasil. I'm gonna go against my original answer and say that's true. Let's see. Bobby Darin, biggest hit, Mac the Knife, and he also did Somewhere Beyond the Sea. Who's Sorry Now is the first hit for this performer who sang the song on American Bandstand in 1958. The artist was Brenda Lee, Laverne Baker, or Connie Francis. I'll say Connie Francis. Yeah. Oh, Buddy Holly. Let's see. The Radar Record segment American Bandstand scores range between 35 to 98, 50 to 95, or 1 to 10. It's 35 to 98 for some reason. Let's see. Fabian. Fabian was actually discovered at the age of 14 while sitting on the front steps of his home in Philadelphia. Oh, I got that other one wrong then. Patent leather shoes for girls and guys were fashioned in the 50s, 60s, or 80s. Say the 50s. There's Fabian. Annette Funicello. Pictured here with a chimp. He was also a star on the Mickey Mouse Club. Let's see. American Bandstand was seen on this network. It was NBC, CBS, or ABC. It was ABC. Number 3, Annette Funicello. Picture of Dick Clark in his prime. The Stroll was the song recorded by this group for the dance of the same name. The group was the Drifters, the Tempos, the Diamonds. We'll say the Drifters. Number 2. And number 1 is the picture that's on the front of the trading cards. Dick Clark. The Twist was a number 1 record for Chubby Checker twice. In between, he had another hit called Let's Twist Again, Twist and Shout, or The Jerk. I'm going to say it was called Let's Twist Again, although I don't know for sure. Let's see. As is tradition. Maybe if I have enough pages, I'll put these in the back too. I don't know. Let's see. Come on, autograph. Frogman, Trini, Dick Clark with the Kids, Tommy Sands, Jan and Dean, Peter Frampton, Bill Haley, Bob and Justine, special offer. All right. So I'm missing, what cards am I missing? Or am I missing any cards now? Oh, I haven't gotten the cards at the end yet. That's it, there's 100 of them. I'm missing 2. There's 2 at the end I'm missing. Unless that counts the autograph cards, we'll see. All right, we're at about an hour and a half. We're almost there. Okay, the Turtles, Brian Hyland, yeah, I've got that. Okay. I don't know what these gold-plated autograph cards are gonna look like. I'm sure we'll know if and when we get to it. Jeez, these get harder to get into every time. Okay, the Bill Black combo. Oh, these are new. All right. Oh, number 100, the Bill Black combo. 98. How does this work? 99. Cool in the Gang. Featuring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of their approximately 867,000 members. Jungle Boogie is what they played when they showed up in 1974 on American Bandstand. In 1958, this group had a big hit with the song Short Shorts. This group was the Royal Teens, the Coasters, or the Ponytails. We'll say the Coasters. I'm going to have to put one more... Ooh, almost pulled... Uh-oh. What have I done? Oh, I didn't know you could mute your headset like that. Okay. I am learning a lot of things on this stream. Okay, let's see. So we'll put that in there like so. Okay. Number 100, 100. It's the Bill Black combo. Biggest hit recording date, White Silver Sands. Bill Black was the original bass player for Elvis Presley. He played on the early Sun Records and RCA Records Elvis recording sessions. He also appeared in several of the early Elvis movies. Bill Black left Elvis Presley in 1959 and started his own combo, the Bill Black Combo, one of the biggest selling instrumentalist groups of early rock and roll, releasing over 30 albums. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes was the number 1 song for this group. They were the Coasters, the Drifters, or the Platters. We'll say the Platters. 100. So we got Devo. Bobby Vinton, The Association, the 70s, the Ocasons, Casey, Dick Clark and Bobby. Got it. Okay. Now here comes that sort of deadline sprint where we can just kind of knock things out here. Maybe we'll get a autograph now. These are really nice trading cards, though, even after opening half of them, or 2/3 of them. I am pretty impressed with the quality, especially for them being as old as they are. Yep, nothing new to report yet. I was just reading the offer there. Will Anthony, Freddie Cannon, Jim Croce, the Bill Black combo. Cool in the Gang special offer. Johnny Maestro, B.J. Thomas, Marie Osmond, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Otis Redding, Ray Stevens, Lou Rawls, 10th anniversary special offer. I'm going to take a drink here. Throat's starting to get a little sore. Speaking of which, mini food review. So I bought this Gatorade Fit Healthy Real Hydration. It's supposed to be watermelon and sea salt flavor. And to its credit, it is. I thought I bought the citrus one, but I guess they put it on the wrong shelf, and I didn't notice. It's not that good, but I mean, it's the nutrition facts are nice. Anyway, so that's that. It doesn't. It only has like a gram of sugar in it or something like that. And by God, it tastes like it. But you know, at least I won't die as early of a death. Let's see. I don't know. I kind of have a feeling we're not going to get any special gold foil autographs in this, but we still have a handful, so we'll see. Pointer Sisters, Bobby Pickett, Frogman. Yeah. Nothing to report so far. I apologize for, I just kind of stopped talking there, but there's not really much else to talk about right now until we get done with these last couple. Let's see. Anything interesting to report? Nope. But it is always nice to get to the end of a thing of cards, because then you can just kind of speed through them. All right, we got 2 left here. This thing has 2 chances to redeem itself. One more. I don't think there's going to be anything in here, but we'll see. All right, so that was a whole box of Dick Clark's American Bandstand trading cards, which now in typical Dark Mario 2 trading card opening parlance, we won't be able to send away for our beautiful collector's tin, but we can put them back in the box they came from. And I'll even hold on to these. Who knows when you need white trading cards for some reason. So with that, as soon as I can find the seam on this thing. So with that, I seal off Dick Clark's American Bandstand. I did get a full card set. There weren't really any like add-in cards, which I'm fine with. I mean, it makes collecting the set a lot easier. But I'm pretty sure this is like one of like a hobby, like a hobby set that you would like send away for. It really feels like that. So yeah, that is a whole set. Anyway, till next time, be sure to comment, rate, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell everyone you know that Dark Mario 2 still does things on YouTube from time to time now, including this kind of stuff. Anyway, until next time, this is Dark Mario 2, signing off.